Hello, everybody. We haven't talked about tropes in a while, have we? You already know I am a huge fan of fantasy, which means I have read more than my fair share of magic systems. Sometimes they're awesome, sometimes they fucking suck. We're here to discuss the latter. Magic itself is a trope, but there are so many sub-tropes revolving around magical systems or magical creatures, and sometimes they're the worst. Half the time, the trope itself isn't bad, it's just the execution that's so god-awful. Writers, why are you doing this? What did this trope do to deserve such shameful representation? Since it's TSC's book birthday month, now seemed like a good time to discuss this because for some reason you guys really like to hear me whine. I'm happy to deliver. I am breaking down the 10 worst magic systems of all time. The magic systems that really stink up the page. Are any of your favorite tropes on this list? If so, what the hell is wrong with you? Get it together. Today's topic was requested by one of my patrons over on Patreon, Dylan. Dylan was missing my trope videos and was specifically eager to hear all of my qualms about fictional magic. I admittedly had a much longer list than this. I had to narrow it down to just 10. Should I make a part 2 in the future? Let me know in the comments below. Friendly reminder, the Savior Series fan art contest is going down right now, so whether you like to draw, paint, create aesthetics, create memes, do calligraphy, whatever. If you have any kind of artsy-fartsy inclinations, now is the time to get involved. I have a link to all the details and the entry form listed below. 3 lucky winners are gonna walk away with massive TSC and TSS themed prize packages, and it could be you. So click the link, learn more, get involved. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, you know what you gotta do. You gotta ring that bell. It helps me out so much, and I'm so excited to have you here on my channel, hanging out with me. We have a good time, don't we? So yeah, subscribe and ring the bell. My dark fantasy romance novels, The Savior's Champion and The Savior's Sister, are available in ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. So if you like yourself some magical books that don't have any of these magical tropes, I promise you that, check them out. They are award winners, they're bestsellers, and they're linked below. Now I am firing off the 10 worst magic tropes in my humble but completely correct opinion. A brief disclaimer, this list is my subjective opinion. If you disagree, I don't give a shit. Additionally, just because a trope is on this list doesn't mean I hate every incarnation of it. Some of these tropes can be handled very well. There's always exceptions to the rule. And lastly, I reserve the right to change my mind because unless you're a thick-headed dumbass, thoughts and opinions are supposed to evolve over time. Let's dive in. Number 1. Well, that was convenient. I don't know if this counts as a trope, but this is probably my biggest magic system pet peeve. Magic systems can be complex, which means you need to describe bits and pieces of it over time. But the time to introduce a life-saving magic trick isn't the exact moment it's needed. It doesn't read as a magical hero saving the day, it reads as a get-out-of-jail-free card. The writer didn't know what to do in that moment, so they added super convenient magic to move the story along. We all know what you're doing. You're not subtle, but you may be a tiny bit stupid. If you do have life-saving magic and intend to utilize it, introduce it before it's necessary. That way, it doesn't read as a last-minute additive to get you out of a plot hole. This is Magic System 101 here. You can't just drop in some superpowers the moment it's convenient unless you want your readers to judge you harshly. Which brings us to number 2, the magical resurrection. I don't mind resurrections as a whole. I've seen them done really well. But just like the first point, if a resurrection feels too convenient, I'm gonna roll my eyes far enough to see my brain. You can't have everyone mourning the loss of a character only for someone to saunter in and say, by the way, did I tell you I can resurrect people? No, must have slipped my mind. I don't care if it's a magical character who performs the resurrection. I don't care if it's a spell or a talisman. Make it inconvenient, make it a struggle, or make it a possibility the readers are already aware of. Stop shoehorning in resurrections at the last minute to save your precious darlings. All it does is tell readers, don't get emotionally invested if anyone dies. We're just gonna bring them back. Thanks for putting in no effort at all. Number 3, shapeshifting. Before you shit your diaper, hear me out. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with shapeshifters. If that's your jam, read and write to your heart's content. I just find shapeshifters kinda boring. Shifter fiction is extremely popular, people absolutely love it, but it kind of seems like they all revolve around the same 3 plots. Either we've got one pack of shifters battling another pack of shifters, or we've got shifters battling a different fantasy race, or we've got a woman getting married off and dicked down by a grizzled shifter dude. It's not super interesting to me. Plus, I don't get the appeal of a man who can turn into a tiger or a bear. Do you want to get fucked or do you want to get mauled? Call me vanilla, but I'd rather keep my flesh attached to my body. Number 4, the Sage Magical Mentor. He's usually white, definitely male, possibly a wizard, and pretty damn old. You shall not pass! You already know that I'm not a fan of the mentor trope in general. I know I'm in the minority with that one, but this old sage wizard is my least favorite of all mentors. Ask any woman about their experience with old white men who want to mentor them, and I guarantee it'll be the most audacious, ridiculous bag of shit you ever heard. The first old white man to offer to mentor me as a writer and a YouTuber was back when I had 7,000 subscribers. He had 3. We'd both published 1 book. His had a spelling error in its first sentence. I know, cause he told me. He drew his cover himself. It featured Jesus on the cross next to the Grim Reaper holding a beer, I think. And when I denied his wisdom, he sent me videos of him doing push-ups to prove that despite his age, he still got it. Cause we all know push-ups are the key to writing compelling Jesus fiction. This is not my only experience with mentors, and it certainly won't be the last. And you want me to read about these men? And take their advice seriously? Now we really know this is a fantasy world, because that's the fakest shit I ever heard. Number 5, you're the long-lost magical person we've been looking for all these years. Bonus points if all their powers showed up on their birthday, and if people are coming to kill them. Tell me you're a YA hero without telling me you're a YA hero. You already know I love magical characters, and I have no problem with their magic evolving over time. It's just that we get the same scenario over and over. It's your birthday. Here's the magic you didn't know you had. Oh look, a mentor is suddenly here to train you. By the way, this evil person wants you dead. Don't you just wish you were a regular teenager like everyone else? Writers, can we do literally anything else? What if their magic evolves alongside puberty? They're popping out pubes and potions at the same time. What if they don't have a mentor and they have to figure shit out on their own? I know that would reduce your ability to provide boring streams of exposition, but no one likes that shit anyway. There's the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but consider this trope broke. Do something different, for the love of God. Number 6, verbal spells. This is another trope that isn't inherently bad. I think verbal spells can be very believable and add a lot of value to your story, so long as you don't suck at writing them. There are 2 spell formats in particular that are really easy to butcher. The first one is the ridiculous word spell. Your character shouts something like Kalamazoo, and bam, magic. It's fucking stupid. You guys are choosing the dumbest words and I can't take them seriously. The second format is the poetry spell. Your character either recites or sings some rhymes and your characters are lulled into a state of mystery and tranquility. Unless your poem sucks. Not everyone can write poetry or song lyrics, and if that's not your jam, choose something else. It's just hard for me to focus on the story when I'm over here laughing at your clunky rhymes. Bibbidi bobbidi boo. Your verbal spells are poo-poo. It's fine to admit when something isn't working. Go with another option, please. Number 7, I saw it foretold in a dream. I'm one of the few people who don't mind dreams in fiction. I suffer from PTSD. I have a lot of PTSD nightmares, so dreams in fiction to me are relatable and add value to a story. Dream prophecies, on the other hand, are not my favorite. Quite often, the book opens with the character having a dream they don't understand. Bam! That's your inciting incident. Turns out it was a prophecy. Better buckle up, bitches, cause shit's about to get crazy. First up, this setup is overdone. I've lost track of the stories that have utilized this cliche cliche as an inciting incident, and I'm bored with it. Second, 9 times out of 10, we never see any other dreams in the future. That's it? One and done? Honestly, that's what annoys me the most about this trope. You can't implement a super cool magic act and then never use it again. That's such a dick tease. This is once again an example of convenient writing, and I promise there are way more exciting ways to deliver an inciting incident. Number 8, the overcomplicated magic system. I've complained about this before, and I'll complain about it again. If your magic system requires a glossary, a dictionary, and pages upon pages of exposition to explain away every single facet and feature, I don't want it. Throw the whole book away. I read to relax and have fun, not to feel like I'm preparing for the SATs all over again. An overcomplicated magic system is confusing to read. It makes the reading experience feel like work. But on top of that, if you can't explain something in a simplified manner, that's a prime example that you don't understand the material yourself. So now I'm sitting here thinking, do you even get your own magic system? How do you expect me to get it if you can't explain it right? And really, you don't need 1,000,001 rules to make a magic system interesting because it's magic. I know you want to be original, but boring your readers to tears ain't the way to do it. Number 9, the Magical Talisman. This is yet another trope that I don't inherently hate, but again, it's all in the execution. The Magical Talisman is always one of 4 things: a staff, a sword, a book, or a piece of jewelry. And what's the story about? That's right, your character either has to find the talisman, protect the talisman, or destroy the talisman. We've read this story before. We've seen the movie. You can move on now, or you can at least make your talisman unique. Hell, I would read a book about a magical tampon at this point, just to experience something different. And the quest to find, save, or destroy this talisman always has the characters tossing the amulet back and forth like a game of hot potato. Magical objects are fine, but can we not write an entire book about them? I feel like that's a reasonable request. And number 10, the overpowered magical protagonist. Half the points on this list boil down to this particular issue. If your main character is overpowered with magic, I'm not interested. Magic that pops up at convenient times is overpowered. Magic that essentially renders your characters immortal is overpowered. It's perfectly fine for magic to be an asset to your characters or to get them out of some shitty situations. But they need to be fallible. They need to have weaknesses and limitations. Otherwise, the story is boring. If your character can't hurt, can't die, or can't be defeated, what are the stakes? The stakes do not exist. I know power fantasies are fun, but save that for your fanfic. If you're trying to publish a fantasy novel, please don't overpower your magical protagonist unless you want to completely destroy the reading experience. So that's all I got for you today. A huge thank you to Dylan for requesting today's topic. If you'd like the chance to have a video dedicated to you, or if you want access to tons of other awards, check me out on Patreon. We have early access to videos, we have an exclusive writing group, we have a monthly live stream, and signed books. I have it linked below. Friendly reminder, the Savior Series fan art contest is still going down, so you have time to enter. This contest is available internationally, and there's no limitations. You can enter as many times as you want. Check out the details in the link in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post new videos on Wednesdays, and if you want to be alerted as soon as I upload, ring that bell. The Savior's Champion and the Savior's Sister are available in ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. So if you want to read a dark fantasy adventure / romance that is award-winning and best-selling, now's the time to do it. I got the books linked below, and I will love you forever for joining my little Tablela team. And be sure to follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook, and BookBub, and of course you can tweet me at Jenna Moreci. Bye!
Oh, hello there. I'm Layla, and I'm off to a meeting with a senator. While you're here, why don't you subscribe to Jenna's channel and ring the bell? That way you'll always know when her videos go live. It's the perfect distraction. I mean, entertainment. Well, off I go. Ignore the blade. It's just for show. Bye.